We live in a world where, in most cities, being gay is an acceptable part of life. Most of us can freely express ourselves. We have pride marches in most major cities.
Well, I'm gay.
We can feel free to come out to friends.
Yeah.
No shit.
Oh, you guys knew this, right?
Film and TV has an abundance of gay content. And social media is flooded with homoerotic videos.
Any message for anybody at home watching this? I've got the biggest heart on you've ever known.
But it wasn't always like this.
So what's it like then to be a male homosexual in Britain today?
Pretending the whole time, guarding your language the whole time.
There was a time, even in Britain and America, that homosexuality was frowned upon and even illegal. There was a time when gay men had a secret code or phrase to identify each other.
Follow the yellow brick road.
This is the origin story of the phrase, Friend of Dorothy.
D, I almost had sex with him.
You almost had sex with who?
Christian. What?
Your man Christian is a cake boy.
A what?
He's a disco dancing, Oscar Wilde reading, Streisand ticket holding Friend of Dorothy, know what I'm saying?
The phrase, Friend of Dorothy, is relatively obscure today, but it was a term that was popularized in the 1940s and 1950s when homosexuality was widely considered taboo and illegal in many places. Secret codes were used back in a time when the only thing to come out of the closet was clothing. So, who came up with the phrase, Friend of Dorothy, and why?
When the fighting in World War II was at its height, he enlisted. He joined the army, he shipped out, he saw combat in Europe, and when he came back, he went to Harvard. He got his PhD, and with his Harvard PhD, he moved to Washington, took a job as an astronomer with the U.S. Army Map Service in 1956. In 1957, the U.S. Army Map Service fired him because he was gay.
To my knowledge, that was the first gay rights legal brief ever filed, and I must say, after half a century, it still reads pretty well.
It's widely agreed that Frank Kameny, who was a prominent gay rights activist, came up with the phrase. The phrase, Friend of Dorothy, came from the film The Wizard of Oz, which was released in 1939. In the film, Dorothy, the main character, travels to a magical land and befriends a group of characters, including a scarecrow, a tin man, and a cowardly lion. But what does this film have to do with being gay, besides the music and colorful setting? Before we continue, we publish videos every Saturday and Sunday. So remember to click like and subscribe. Also, if you enable notifications, you'll be the first to know whenever we post new videos. We also love hearing from you, so please leave a comment. Now back to the video. The Wizard of Oz is a colorful spectacle that stood the test of time. Unable to live their lives freely and express love like straight people, many gay guys felt Oz, symbolizing a willingness to live one's true self. Believe it or not, the 50s, 60s, and 70s were filled with propaganda films like this one, warning against the dangers of homosexuals.
What Jimmy didn't know was that Ralph was sick, a sickness that was not visible like smallpox, but no less dangerous and contagious, a sickness of the mind. You see, Ralph was a homosexual, a person who demands an intimate relationship with members of their own sex.
These types of films would always portray gay men as sick pedophiles. It wasn't easy being a gay man back then. It seems like the whole world judged gay people. But one person didn't judge at all, Dorothy. Her willingness to accept those who were different was something all gay people saw as honorable. She immediately fit in with the colorful world and its quirky characters, befriending those who might be viewed as taboo or strange. Also, check out some of the other videos on this channel.